Then, as now, certain style trends came to dominate the fashion scene. Indeed, the clothing for the American woman in the 1890s was defined by a variety of features, several of which can be readily found in bodices and skirts of the day. While the early years of the decade saw the continuation of styles from the 1880s, changes were soon to come, particularly to the top of one's outfit. Until 1892, the tight, long-fronted waistline and vertical high-top cap sleeve persisted. After this point, aside from raising the waistline and developing an extremely high collar, the focus of the 1890s bodice was placed firmly on the sleeves, which began to expand horizontally. By 1895, sleeves reached some of their largest sizes yet, being referred to as the leg-of-mutton sleeve, or a modified version of the bishop sleeve called the balloon sleeve. So much larger were these sleeves that the shoulder seam had to be lengthened and moved toward the neck to accommodate the weight of the yard of fabric that was needed on average to make them, and provide stability. Indeed, in 1896, there was even a patent for a wire sleeve hoop that could function like a bustle for one sleeve. As was typically the case, sleeves reached their literal height around the midpoint of the decade, before they deflated into a small puff top directly atop the shoulder by 1897. This set up the style that would be found through the end of the decade, where a small, full, ball-shaped puff that resembled a lollipop was positioned over a narrow sleeve. Similar to bodices, skirts of the 1890s continued to follow the narrow style of the late 1880s. However, within a few years, a wider style once again came into fashion, creating the hourglass silhouette that would come to characterize the 1890s. Skirts adopted a vase or tulip shape. In this silhouette, the skirt had a smooth, close fit around the front, which maintained the hourglass fit through the hip or knee level. At the hemline, the silhouette dramatically flared out into a wide bottom look that would become a fashion standard for years to come. Incorporating these style developments into her wardrobe, the 1890s American woman would put her most fashionable foot forward as she headed in to the new century.